The Trump administration's sudden freeze on federal funding has sparked chaos. Now, a judge has stepped in. What does this mean for grants, aid programs, and millions of Americans? Stay with us for the full breakdown. A federal judge has temporarily blocked part of the Trump administration's plan to freeze federal aid. The decision prevents an immediate halt to previously approved grants and loans. U.S. District Judge Lauren Ali Khan issued the stay, keeping funding intact at least until February 3rd. The judge said the government itself isn't clear on the full scope of programs affected. A longer ruling is expected next week. Despite concerns, the White House insists this isn't a total freeze on federal aid. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said the move is focused on cutting Democratic priorities, not an across the board pause. Agencies can argue for exceptions. Listen to what she had to say.
Individual assistance. That includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. It is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars.
However, Medicaid faced temporary disruptions. For hours, state agencies couldn't access federal funds. Some feared a shutdown, but access was restored later in the day. The White House downplayed concerns, saying no payments were affected. The freeze sent shockwaves through organizations relying on federal grants. Nonprofits, universities, and health programs scrambled for clarity. Some Head Start programs, which serve low income preschoolers, faced potential shutdowns. A lawsuit was quickly filed by nonprofits, including the American Public Health Association. They argue the White House lacks legal authority to halt congressionally approved funding. Over 2,000 federal programs are now under review. Agencies must report by February 10th whether their funding supports undocumented immigrants, climate policy, or DEI initiatives. The pause could impact research grants, veteran services, and Meals on Wheels. The financial impact is unclear. Experts estimate the freeze affects hundreds of billions, possibly trillions of dollars. However, because the White House can only pause, not cancel, funding, it may have little impact on the deficit. Democratic lawmakers are calling the move dangerous and unconstitutional. Senator Ron Wyden slammed it as an attack on Medicaid, saying, and I quote, "This will get people killed." End quote. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer warned, and I quote, "Congress approved these investments, they are not optional." End quote. The judge's ruling buys time, but the fight isn't over. More legal challenges are expected, and the administration must defend its actions in court next week. For now, funding continues, but uncertainty looms. Stay with us for updates on this developing story.